I don't know how loud I'm actually going to be here. Maybe I could just put it all the way up? I don't know. I don't know how... Oh, that was actually kind of loud. Hold on. Let's turn it down a little bit more. And just move the mic a little bit towards me. Hello, hello, hello. I think that's alright. I think that sounds alright. This volume might be a little too high, maybe. I don't know. Because this screen is actually pretty quiet. So hello, hello, hello. I know I said I was going to stream yesterday, but I didn't actually get around to it, so I do apologize for that. But we are going to be streaming tonight. And to catch up on Chapter 4 of Danganronpa to figure out exactly who killed Sakura. She was found kind of slumped over in her chair, pretty much lifeless, vomited blood, and got hit what seems to be twice on the head with what seems to be 2 Monokuma bottles. Personally, I don't believe... I think it's a suicide. Mainly because 2 hits to the head it's not going to kill her. Depending on how heavy those Monokuma bottles are, which I don't think are that heavy. It's a glass bottle with, you know, little Monokuma figures in it. Probably wouldn't kill her. It'd hurt her, but it wouldn't kill her. The only thing that would kill her is if somebody, A, poisoned her, which the only person that really would be able to actually poison her would have been Hina, which that ain't gonna happen, because Hina has been crying over her this entire time. She doesn't really trust Byakuya, and Byakuya wouldn't do it because he thinks this is a game, and why would he kill somebody this early in the game? Hiro's an idiot. Toko might have. I don't think so, but she could have. And of course, we're the main characters, so we're not going to. And Kyoko's not going to, because Kyoko seems kind of like the whole investigator type. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out, won't we? So it's been about 5-6 minutes. Let's go ahead and get into it then. We should be heading to the class trial. Yes. Right where we left off. Is there anybody in the hallway here? What if I don't want to go to the class trial? I know I have to. So we're just gonna get right into it. 6 of us left. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery. Winky face. What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Oh, God. What up, Brandon? How you doing, buddy? So, I know you probably didn't watch last time. Just to kind of catch you up on what's going on. The really buff chick, Sakura, like the really strong chick. She's dead. She was found with two lacerations or 2 hits to the back of her head with what seemed to be glass bottles, which I don't think would have killed her. And she has been found to have been vomiting blood, which makes me think poison. So right now we're getting into the class trial to figure out who did it. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. That's not true.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. Laughing face. XD. It's just plain creepy.
Well,
How about the reverse?
phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Sad face. He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then,
I
please
can't
get on the
wait.
elevator, weird face. I'll see you all down there, dancing Kirby. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? Alright, cool, man.
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. Hey, Hart. How you doing? Yeah, the ultimate martial artist is dead. Slumped over in a chair. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us.
Hey.
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going.
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat? Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you? The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
Don't look at
I said it
me!
before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. Okay. I don't think it was any of us. I mean, the most likely person it could have been is Hina. I'm not even reading this. I'm sorry. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our sealed prison in total silence. So here's the thing. Hero's an idiot. He wouldn't have done it. Byakuya thinks it's a game. He would wait until the last person is alive, and then he would kill the last person to win the game. He's not stupid. He wouldn't kill this early. Toko could have, if, you know, Genocide Jack and all, but I don't think she would have. Hina would have the best opportunity to, but she really loved Sakura, so I don't think she would have done it. And we couldn't have done it. The only other option is that she killed herself. She committed suicide. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. Only 6 of us left. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Oh, it's like Egyptian themed now. What? Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. It's the final countdown. Check skills. I don't think I have anything new. No, I don't have anything new. Which is fine. What do we got in the handbook? What truth bullets do we got? So we have the Monokuma file. As I said, time of death would be about 12 noon. It was in the rec room on the 3rd floor. Evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. There were actually 2. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood, which makes me think it was poison. The rec room door, which was locked. We had to break it open and move a chair away from it. She was sitting down, blood in her mouth. There was a blood stain by the magazine shelf, which was kind of far away from her. The candy wrapper that Hina had given to her was unwrapped and eaten. That's the bottle that she was hit with, I believe, because those were shards on the ground right behind her. The figure on the floor, which was inside the bottle. There are 2 bottles missing from the 6 bottles that were supposedly on the shelf. There's an empty protein drink container on the ground in front of the door but it was on top of the glass shards, which should not have been like that, which means it was planted after the fact. There were handprints on the inside of the locker, which means somebody was hiding in it. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room. She slid these notes underneath each person's door. Byakuya confirmed that he did get the note, but also claimed that he never went to see her, and in fact not seen her all that day. I could believe that, because why would he? He hasn't wanted to see us at all. Toko confirmed she received the note, but also claimed she never went to see her. A small bit of garbage accidentally fell out of Hiro's pocket, which clearly is that same wrapper that had the candy in it from earlier. Yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot, which was the poison powder from the chem lab. Kyoko said that Sakura suffered 2 blows, not 1. No blood was found on either of her hands. Do I ever figure my lights? Man, my lights don't want to work whenever they don't want to work. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Speaking of which, thank you. I need to open that to actually make those work. I didn't open the program to actually activate those. Because I'm not prepared. There we go, they should work now. All of the Monokuma bottles appear to be roughly the same weight. However, when the bottle shards were weighed against an intact bottle, the shards were found to be heavier, which is why I think there were 2 bottles, not 1. On the magazine shelf, 1 magazine had been put back upside down. Inside this magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It is assumed that whoever wrote it used their finger to do so. And in the chem lab, Section A contains supplements, B, reagents, and C, harmful chemicals. A bottle of poison labeled as Section C had been placed in the Section A shelf. There's a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf, which was labeled Chem C4. Powders on the floors has assumed to come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled after the incident took place. No, I don't believe so. Because she had yellow on her feet, which could only be the footsteps that we're seeing here. Someone left footprints of the powder spilled in the chem lab. And that's it. So that's all we got for our truth bullets. We'll see how this pans out as we go into the class trial. So let me move this down a little bit.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
You're thinking about coming to hang out with me and my mom soon on a weekend? I'm sure that'd be fine. Just let us know beforehand.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we don't, Hina.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with
I
it.
kind of agree with Byakuya on this one.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. Oh, we're going straight into this, aren't we? What is it? Make an argument? Okay. Her account. First of all, what is her account? What is she talking about? Written notes to the 3 of them asking to meet her in the rec room by noon. She slid these notes underneath each person's door.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Right there.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's not the only reason, because there were notes.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
There is good reason to suspect the three of them because they all had very ample opportunities to do so. But no motive. I don't see any motive for either, like any three of them. Pocket trash. Okay, so the pocket trash being the candy.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I don't believe that.
I
mean, I believe.
didn't either.
I believe that they didn't.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Lies.
No,
You had the candy.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy
Yep.
I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
She did.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
I don't know why you're denying it.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
I don't believe that.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
That's true. When Sakura got that candy? Am I not thinking straight? Why don't I know this? When Sakura got the candy?
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Okay.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
I don't think it's crazy here. I don't think it's Hiro. Hiro's too dumb. He can't kill anybody, he's too stupid.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why are you being all defensive?
Sudden hostility.
Right?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
What did you do, Hiro?
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
He is, but he's stupid, so...
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Here's the thing, I don't think Hiro did it, but he's being stupid like he always is. Hi, Curtis. How are you tonight?
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Are you talking about the magazine with Toko's name in it?
At the scene of the crime,
Yeah.
she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Oh, Lord.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
Byakuya? No, Byakuya wouldn't do it either, because Byakuya... I still can't say his name properly, so whatever. Byakuya is treating this like it's a game. Like a last man standing type thing. And he's not stupid. What he would do is he would just let everybody else fight it out until he's like one of the last ones left, and then he would just take out the last person. He wouldn't do it this early.
don't know when you're beat, do ya?
It's not this simple.
Hero, hold on.
It's not this simple.
When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So
That's
it's
true.
hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
That's actually true. He wasn't allowed in the room. It was on the magazine shelf.
I got it!
It was
Kyoko,
actually on the shelf. He
you found
couldn't see the
magazine on
message.
the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Who do I think it is? I think she killed herself.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said
But it doesn't make
really
sense
make
with the planted,
does
like,
it?
the planted, protein drink cup. Like, that doesn't make sense, because she couldn't have planted that after she killed herself, but... And it wouldn't be by the door, on top of glass that we had broke. Like, that part doesn't make sense to me. But I don't think anybody here actually killed Sakura.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
He couldn't have seen the message if it was in the magazine rack.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly
I know
when
what I need to
found
do.
the dying
I know what I
message.
need to
When
do.
Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when I found it was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine. When I pulled it out,
I saw.
What's your problem?
What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Bam!
No, that's wrong.
When Ogre's body was discovered, that magazine was on the shelf. He wouldn't have known it was there if he was just discovering it.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Again, Hero's not smart.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is.
The Vienna
Toko.
sausage? I'm sorry, what?
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
We can, because she didn't have blood on her hands.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this...
What are we doing? What? Oh no, one of these battles. Okay.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. Show me the proof.
Habooski.
This should prove it.
Hey! Hey, McThick. How you doing, buddy?
I'm completely
Welcome in, and
unconvinced
thank you for the
that
follow.
Sakura wrote that dying message.
But yeah, like I was talking to you earlier, McThick, it's been a minute since I actually opened up my Animal Crossing game. I don't have much to do in it, aside from keeping things, you know, picking out all the weeds and stuff. But if you ever need, like any bells or anything, like, to help you out, I don't mind helping out. I've got, like, 30 million bells in my Animal Crossing game, so you can have some if you want. But I'm doing alright. How about yourself? How you doing tonight? One person talked to, he said the max out everything. It is, and like, I could start over, but I really don't want to because I kind of like how my island is. I like building it, but like at the same time, I don't want to destroy mine. I'm doing good, have a small headache, but other than that, just vibing. Hey, that's all we can do, man. At least it's the weekend.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Right.
So what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself.
Mm-hmm.
That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
No, I know. Hey, man, like, that's what I look forward to. I look forward to the weekend, so I just don't have to do anything, so I don't have to do work or anything. Just relax and just chill.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
He did. I don't think he
figured
killed
as
anyone.
much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't.
Please.
No, you
Just
didn't.
let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
Well, he is a fool, yes.
And when I got there...
Ain't no way a man just fess up to murder like that. Nah, no, he's an idiot. No, Hiro is an idiot. So, if he says he killed somebody, he probably, like, brushed their hair and thought, oh no, they stopped moving, I must have killed him, oh no, what have I done? No, he's an idiot. So Sakura says, sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood
Him
around in
moment.
awkward silence.
Yeah, basically.
Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
She said, this is it. I'm going to end it today. So Hiro, of course, like an idiot that he is, probably thought, end him. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
No, she
So
wasn't.
of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
That
Then
wouldn't
she
have killed
just
her.
Went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
Wouldn't have killed her.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
He didn't kill her.
We're ready to vote now, right?
No.
We know who did it.
No.
No.
I think there's more to
Yes.
Hiro's story.
It's not that easy. It's never that easy.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Why the magazine was hidden? Absolutely, because why would he go through all that trouble with writing the message and then put it back somewhere where nobody can read it?
I got it!
Yeah, nobody
That's
nobody
true.
ever fesses up a murder that
Everything
easy.
you just
Never.
said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Well, one of the people that Sakura did actually tell to come meet her was Toko, so she could have come in the room.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
That makes sense. I'm sure he would have done that.
Really?
He's lying. He's gotta be lying.
I think Toko saw it, freaked out, and hid it.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
No.
Assuming
He's stupid,
he's
not a
telling
liar.
the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine,
It was Toko.
they must not have liked what was written on it.
Well, it's just Toko. There's only one choice here.
I got it!
Is this the final
Had to be
episode? No.
Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Yep.
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
No.
Hiro just admitted it.
No, he's stupid. Don't listen to him.
That's right. I killed her.
Don't listen to him. He's stupid.
No, you
He's
didn't.
super stupid.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time.
Did Toko hit her with the other bottle?
If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
By the end of this, Hina's not gonna like everybody. Oh shit. Okay, examination summary, status of her body, yellow powder. I don't think we're at the powder yet.
I didn't want to, but
Let's see what we
did.
got.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Bam! She was hit
No,
twice.
it's wrong.
Toko's very aggressive right now.
If Sakura
Toko
died
did
from
something.
Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Even Byakuya's like, listen, this chick over here is fucked up. She likes dead bodies. I can't say I don't believe you to this shit. I trust her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
Somebody else hit her.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
I know where this is going.
It's not just because of her head wounds.
Oh,
It's
okay. Well,
also
she's already
because
going to
of the
explain it.
Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
But I do know where this is going.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf.
Yes.
Right?
And there were 6 because the, what's missing? The king? No, the queen is missing, and the knight is missing.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
What's up, Penny?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
How come they always make animals-looking girls so pale? I've never got that. Animals? Animals-looking girls. What? Brandon, I don't understand. What?
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total. meaning
Anime-looking
one
girls
has
so
gone
pale?
missing.
Yeah, probably. That's probably a really bad autocorrect. Also, I am peaking on my microphone. Hold on. This should be better. Yeah, anime. Anime-looking girls so pale, I never got that. I'm not the person you should be asking about that. Penny might be able to answer you better, or if there are any others here that are anime connoisseurs. I personally do not watch anime.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Shit, Toko, even I saw them. I can even tell you which ones are missing.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
What, the chess pieces? Yeah, chess pieces. Am I get to spell something? I get to spell something. Hangman's Gambit. Yes. Chess piece. Give me that C. E. S. Alright. P. I need a P. There. E. Bam.
Now
Penny
I
is
understand.
Penny is iKitten in chat.
That's it. The chess pieces.
Brain blast.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess
Yes,
piece.
and the queen and the knight are missing.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was
The knight, right?
the knight.
Yeah.
If I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about
The
chess,
queen
do
is
you?
missing.
Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Right.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
She was hit twice with a bottle.
Think
The
about
bottle's
what
missing.
state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Shards. And the bottle... Wait, then the bottle that was missing was broken.
I got it!
It-
The bottle must
On
have
her
been
head.
broken
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Yes.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Yes, I know exactly what it is. Glass shards on the floor, right? Oh.
Shoot!
But it was the shards, wasn't it? Am I just picking the wrong one? Oh, the experiment.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko
It
and I
still
did a
has to do
little
with the
experiment.
shards.
We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
2 bottles.
there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the
Yep,
crime.
and somebody tried to clean it up and didn't get all the pieces.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Yep. Second attacker, because she saw the message that hero left behind.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
So basically what happened is, so far, Sakura asked 3 people to come to the room. 2 people came. Hero came first. Hero heard her say, I get to finally end this, blah 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 blah. He thought, oh no, she's gonna kill me. Grabbed the bottle, smacked her in the head, she passed out. And Toko came in next, saw the message, for some reason grabbed a bottle, smacked her in the head, and then she put the magazine away, and then she deuced out. It'll explain it, I guess.
Given all the evidence, this is the only
Poor
possible
Sakura, just
conclusion.
getting smacked in the head with bottles by everybody.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow.
Yep.
Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the
Was she
incident
in the
took
locker?
place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I mean, I was gonna say it, but she said it for me, so cool.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
Bianca is just... he's just there. He's just like, whatever.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her.
He's done with this. He's so done with it.
I saw Toko go into the rec room.
So she went in there
Pretty
first.
soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Okay, so she did go in the locker.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Byakuya is just now getting annoyed.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain?
Oh, they've
I
been
think they've
loose.
come loose.
Oh, they've been loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
Don't believe that.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Kyoko, you already know.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Oh yeah. No, we know. Oh, we're doing this? Oh no. What's added? So far you've been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key or use the mouse wheel. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't like these. I quite hate
It's
these.
a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No. Enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. That's enough. It's a lie.
Okay.
That's enough.
Boom.
This should prove it.
Now, the locker handprint.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
It doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Now, see, now that he's saying this, she's gonna be like, oh, okay.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Called it. Called it.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Yeah, because Byakuya.
Then you killed Sakura!
No.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Jesus Christ. Byakuya just has the power to just make her do whatever he wants. She is just 100% just under his thumb.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
Oh, Byakuya knows. He's just like, I'm done with this shit. Just tell him.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
You're such an idiot, hero.
So after he left,
Such an
I
idiot.
jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Yeah, kinda.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, There was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask
Genocide
her.
Jack. Uh-oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Get ready for the chaos, because it's coming.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Alright, Bianca.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre! So that's good!
Shut up, Hiro. So that's good. Keep talking like that. Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
No. Thought you'd for sure have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right?
No.
Let's do this.
No.
No, not quite yet.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted.
Yeah. No, she's got a split personality.
Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? Nope. The one who killed Sakura is... We don't know that yet. We haven't even gotten to the powder yet.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
So, probably the status of Sakura's body on that last statement.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there. I remember waking up.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw it. So you smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the show.
Bam!
No, that's wrong.
She wouldn't have died in front of the shelf. That's not where we found her.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
Right?
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
No, not really. candy bar. There it is. Okay. Eat that later.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone
blood
who
spatter
saw the
on the
murder
ground.
scene should think the same way.
Didn't kill her. Neither of the blows killed her. The blood spatter. Yeah, that.
I got it!
They're
Sakura
both telling
was
the truth, but
definitely
she was
attacked
still
in
alive
front
by
of
the
shelf.
time. By the time she woke back up.
The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
No, neither of you fuckers killed her.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Sure.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No, she did not. The locker was wide open.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
How'd skinny little Toko get that girl to the feet then if she killed her in front of the bookshelf? She didn't.
No, I don't think that's possible.
I saw it for myself.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
The locker was wide
And
open.
at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Neither of them. You're correct.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
It's the blood coming. The blood vomit. Oh, really? We gotta do one of these for this? We already know this. She's vomited blood. Do I actually have to use the Monokuma file here?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
We actually did have to use the Monokuma file.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Yep.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Yeah, maybe if she was just eating the glass, probably, but not vomiting blood from shards of glass. Hina.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
She is.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Why am I clicking on the purple words? The purple words, if I right-click on those, I can actually save time. They'll add like a second to my timer.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at,
That's
and so
what I
there
thought
can
as
be
well.
no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Well, nobody was also... At the same time, nobody was going to overpower her. The only way she could probably be murdered, if that is the case, and not a suicide, the only way she could be murdered is if somebody poisons her.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
God damn it, Jill.
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
because you're an idiot.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections,
Yes.
A, B, and C.
You have dietary supplements, B would be reagents, and C was the deadly poisons.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Section A is where that bottle particularly came from, but originally it probably came from C.
I got
But we're
it!
gonna say A because that's what they want us to
Poison
say.
was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
There's also a bottle of it on the ground, spilled.
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips.
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
No, he knows what he's doing.
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
For your waifu.
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. He touched her finger to her tongue.
This is... it's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
So was it in the bottle that we found on the floor in the rec room then? Is it another gambit? Yeah, it is. What is it, protein drink? Yep, yes it is. I need an E.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Yeah, correct.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
I mean, it's smart if you're wanting to poison somebody.
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I mean, what else do you select? It's a freaking protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
Yes, Captain Obvious.
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
I can agree with that.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
You're gonna say Hina.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Are we gonna say Hina? Yeah, the footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
You don't believe that?
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
That's just his nickname for Sakura. He always calls her Ogre.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
Here's the thing. I don't think that this is the... if it was somebody switching them. Here's the thing. If it was somebody switching the poison with the protein shake right there, there would be footprints going to C as well. But they're only going to A, which means this has nothing to do with the poison.
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Hina?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
No, you didn't.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Myself and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else.
Still don't think it was
haven't
her
you?
either.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
I think she killed herself.
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura?
Is it true?
And if you did,
Is it true?
why? Why would you do that?
Who loves orange soda?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it!
Damn right, Kyoko.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Nah, nobody'd be stupid enough. Especially
you say
not her.
that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
What have I missed? Byakuya the killer? No. Yellow? Yeah, that is very yellow. Thank you, Naira. Also, hi, Naira and Bean. Welcome in. Byakuya is not the killer. So Sakura's dead. She was hit over the head twice with 2 bottles, and then was poisoned and vomited blood and died. At first we thought it was Hiro, but Hiro didn't do it because he's stupid. Then we thought it was Toko, but Toko didn't do it because she just freaked out, hit her with a bottle and ran, and couldn't explain how Sakura got to the chair. So she didn't do it because she was still alive at that point. Yes, Sakura is dead. Being over here falling asleep during all the good parts.
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
I do.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Well, Byakuya, you're losing your shit.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious.
I agree.
Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a
Stop
footprint.
making excuses.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail?
No, she's not a killer. She loved Sakura.
Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Yes, only Sakura died this chapter.
Waste your time if
Thus
you like.
far.
It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Also not true, considering the fact there were no footprints going to Section C with the powder on the floor.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
That... Okay.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf.
No. Wait. Yes.
And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have...
Yeah.
If that's true, there would be footprints going from Section C to Section A, which is what I pointed out earlier, and there are none.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Shut up, Yakia. I don't know if it'll be any of those, but sure.
First, I went to Section C.
Yes.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once
That's
I was
the
done
part. The
switching
Section C to
them,
Section A is the sketchy
I
part.
put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
So, I was looking over evidence to see. The facts clearly contradict what Hina just told us. Yes,
First,
but
I
I
went
don't
to
know what I
Section
should
C.
choose here.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay.
Oh,
and
footprints of
then?
powder. There we go. Okay, yeah.
I moved from Section C to Section A.
And that's where I switched the powders.
What? Oh, okay, fine.
Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section. Then I took the bottle with the poison and left the. That's all there is.
Let's keep going.
How much
Just
longer
go
must
around
we
again. Just go around again.
First, I went to. That's when I grabbed the. And
Yep,
you spilled some
yep,
of the. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And I moved from Section C.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
Why did it have to be her? This is part 2 memories. I haven't
You said
played
you went
2
to
yet.
get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
There would be footprints going from C to A if that were the case.
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving
Exactly.
from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
Oh,
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Yup.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
What the? What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the
Bianca
only
is
problem
losing
with
her
her
shit.
account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Oh.
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave
Is it the
oversight.
queen? Did the chess piece end up in there somehow?
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass? Oh, that's exactly what Makoto said. From the door?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
It's a piece of glass from when we busted down the door, which means the bottle had to have been in the room. Which means Hina saw the bottle when she first got in there, grabbed the bottle and the protein drink, and hid the bottle. Because she knows
If you
exactly
really
what
do
happened,
know,
doesn't she?
explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Yeah, it's the rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
And not only that, how did that bottle of poison get from the rec room to the chem lab in a
what's so
locked
strange
room?
about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? It should have been... Are we talking about the same bottle on Section A of the shelf, or should it...
I got it!
I'm gonna say A, and that
The
was
bottle
right.
of poison was
It
left on the
should
shelf in the chem
be
lab.
on Section C,
That
because
is
that's where
what
the
you
poisons
said,
go.
right,
But
Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
yeah, for some reason.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
No one is worried that Byakuya almost drank glass. No, they're not. If anything, they probably would think that'd be karma for being an asshole all of this whole game.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
I like Byakuya. Byakuya is losing his shit right now.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was sitting on top of the
We
shard of glass.
already know she was given the protein can with the
He shit
poison
himself. Yeah,
inside,
he is.
right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Yep.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, is somebody feeling a little inferior? Problem Byakuya? Yes. It was on top of the glass.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Sure.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
No, that's
We
wrong.
don't know that.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in! What?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Are you saying that Byakuya did it?
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Yep.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is
herself?
there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it
No.
and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
It had to have been Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yes.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Yep. Oh, another one of these, huh? Okay.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
That was too early to use
Wrong!
that.
You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Get the yellow powder on her shoe. Oh, okay, I'm wrong. She sounds like a lawyer.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Mm-hmm.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem
I
lab.
never noticed that Sakura's shoes had her name on it. Interesting.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
She's the one that
And it was
went in
only
there
on
to
her
spill it.
instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right
Yep.
there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
Probably after she got hit twice in the head, thinking that nobody wanted her around and got depressed and killed herself. That's absolutely horrible, but I think that's what happened.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Yep.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. Oh, no! Who killed Sakura? But Sakura herself.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yes.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room. Byakuya created the locked room in secret. Monokuma forced her into the locked room. I would believe the Monokuma one, but that's not what happened.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
So what was the scene we saw where Sakura was being blackmailed? Sakura was the spy for Monokuma. She was the one providing information to Monokuma about the rest of the students. However, she said that she did not want to do it anymore, and basically said that I will fight against you, I'm not being your spy anymore. Which kind of made everybody, mostly Byakuya, not trust her, and, you know, look at her differently and whatnot. And basically that's kind of where that happened. So she wanted to clear the air with 3 people that didn't trust her, being Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. Byakuya didn't show up, Toko smashed her with a bottle, and Hiro smashed her with a bottle. So I can only imagine how that made her feel. What happens if someone is found guilty? If the correct person is found guilty, then only that person dies. If the wrong person is found guilty, everybody else dies and they get to go free.
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. Yeah.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
They do.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Jill's just like, oh, she's dead, huh?
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
That is messed up. If they can get away with it, they win. That's the whole thing.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yep. Because she wanted everyone to die, I'm pretty sure, because she is angry at everyone.
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Here we go. So everybody got their notes. Where's Byakuya? Hina slid notes under Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya's door. Toko got there. She went in the locker, was watching from the locker, saw Sakura come in. Sakura offered Hiro, who came in, a piece of candy. Sakura said something that startled Hiro because he's an idiot, so he grabbed one of the freaking bottles. Oh, that goes there because he wrote Toko. But he grabbed a bottle. Whoop. So, he smashed the bottle because you can see the knight right there. Smashed the bottle over her head. Boom. Okay, he found the book. Wrote Toko's name in it. He ran away like an idiot. She saw all this happening. Came out of the locker, grabbed the book, put it back in the magazine shelf upside down. This one so far has been really easy. So Sakura didn't die. She actually woke up, made kind of a growling noise. Toko was startled, saw blood, passed out. Sakura held her because she was worried about her. In comes Genocide Jack, who wakes up in Toko's body. Sees her bloody face, doesn't know what the hell is going on. She gets startled. So she grabs the one with the queen in it, smashes Sakura on the head, and Sakura's passed out by the bookshelf. And then cleans up what she thought was all of the pieces. And then she bolts the fuck out of there. Sakura's still not dead. Just angry and probably depressed at this point. She isn't dead. I don't know what she's doing here. Probably just holding her head because it hurts. But okay, I don't know about this one. That's probably right. She grabs the bottle of poison that she has, drinks it. This is where we come in. We see her body. Like, holy shit, she's dead. That's Hina. We see it. We're startled because she's just slumped over. We move the door. We break the glass and open the door. Move the chair. We go in, examine her body. She's dead. Hina sees that. I don't know what's going on with this one. I always like these climax ending pictures. Yeah, they're really nice. I like the comic. Sees the bottle on the ground. I would have to assume she picks up the bottle and puts it in her pocket. Leaves, saying she's got to go get the others. Comes back in, takes the bottle out of her pocket, puts it down on the ground. I think that's right. I think that's actually positively right. I think I got that all good.
The killer is you!
Here's what happened.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Objection. No. Poor Sakura.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
Poor Sakura, though, man.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's
Yeah, I didn't
actual
think 2
cause
blows
of
to the head
death?
like that would have killed her. It would have hurt her. I don't think it would have killed her.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
She kinda did, but we don't exactly know what she did to
all this
everybody.
specifically
She was
to
only
place
providing
all the
Monokuma with
suspicion on
information.
themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion.
What information that was, I don't know.
And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
No, Byakuya did not drink real poison. Because Hina had dumped the protein drink in the poison bottle, but there was no poison in it.
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Yeah, Byakuya, get wrecked.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Yay. No coins? Oh, okay, there we go. 102 of them. Nice.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Good.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it got?
Well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try and cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. I knew it. I fucking knew it. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you. We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fart. My fault, after all. It's her fart. Her fart. It's her fart. Not the time to make fart jokes. Really isn't. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me...
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Hey, listen. Listen. I caught on to it. I know what I said. I owned it. I don't care, Naira. I know what I said. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. Hey, listen, the ultimate martial artist probably could rip a good fart, you know? You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, and even you...
Hina.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without even asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't
Do
believe you.
you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Oh, so she saw her after she got hit. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for, but when I got there I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could, but by the time I got there it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into her corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the last trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. I don't think she died hating all of us. I think she died disappointed, but I don't think she ever hated them. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. Here's the real suicide note. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with me just accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my own life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. I thought we were close and still,
What are you gonna do?
but in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you
The
want?
heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. No, he's not. Shut up, Byakuya.
Phew!
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Stretch? Okay. Thank you, Brandon. There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. I was trying to pick a color, but they said they was all out. What? What color are you trying to pick? They seem to work for me. Oh, the Memento Mori and the RGB. Those, yeah, those don't work. Red? Okay, hold on. Red. There's red. Try refreshing Steam. It happened to me before once too. Okay, well there's your red. Wherever Master goes, I go, and if the Mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Hey, everyone.
Hey,
Well, now you can say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time. Oh no. Did you get Sakura's body?
What?
Wait, but Sakura's technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh heavens no, just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times 1 rule.
Listen up.
Hey Google Lights Blue. I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, I'd be ashamed to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What does he mean by that? Oh no! He found Alter Ego! Oh no. Excavator Destroyer. Alter Ego was essentially a computer program, an AI, developed by one of the people that was dead. Well, they are still dead, Chihiro. The ultimate programmer. They created an AI that was basically like a perfect representation of themselves that learned based off of data. And it gave us a bunch of information, and we hit it, and Monokuma apparently found it and killed it. You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk.
Phew.
That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for a post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Yeah, you're not wrong. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I like fried. I like chicken wings.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna
It's for
do
the
my best.
It's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I like Chihiro. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things all out. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was gonna all play out from the very beginning. What?
What are you
You
thinking?
knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, I mean, the data on that laptop, it was, well, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life, and for that he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay, then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it'll act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the Mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the Mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in our spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. But you can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys.
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the Mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what, and that's seriously it. Huh. Well, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you? Oh, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say? Damn.
Well.
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest, you know? Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The Mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The Mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? If we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, but so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over, and Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. But Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. That kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse and give and take. Me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Phew.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up? Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy self-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, how'd she get in? In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the... Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. Data center? But I thought it was locked. Okay. Yep. 3 in the morning. Well, we're going to the data center on the 4th floor, because why not? I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Oh good, we're already here. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door, and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up? What are you doing up, mister? Yeah. Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, I just... You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
You too? You guys?
Whatever, the two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah, go on. Get out of here. Shoo. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go into the data center, which would just so happen to be locked. Then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Oh.
Watch out for her.
Okay. And that is chapter 4. There are 6 people left. 7, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Possibly? An altered lump? Oh. Yes. We will go ahead and... I'm going to save it in slot 8 for some reason.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Hydrate? I'm not going to play 2 chapters in one night. There's your hydrate. Thank you, Naira. And another stretch. Thank you, Naira, for the stretch. So this is where we will leave it for tonight. I just wanted to finish chapter 4 so we can move on to chapter 5 in the next one. But things are getting interesting. I'll go ahead and save it again. Things are definitely getting interesting, for sure. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shorter stream today. It's not, 3 hours or whatever that I usually stream. But, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Am I going to play anything else after I'm done? Not on stream, not tonight. So I'm just doing some Danganronpa tonight. I'm not playing anything else. I am going to raid somebody else so you can figure out who you want to watch from there. Well, I guess, I'm going to raid somebody and you can watch whoever I raid if you want, or you can move on to somebody else. That's absolutely fine with me. Everybody is playing Elden Ring. Holy shit. Okay. Like, literally everyone is playing Elden Ring. You know what? I'm gonna see... Turtle streaming. Turtle streaming? Oh yeah, he's playing Lost Ark. Yeah, let's raid Turtle. Let's raid Turtle. That's exactly who we're gonna raid. Thank you, Naira. I don't know why I didn't notice the Turtle was streaming or not. And boom. We're gonna raid Lazy Turtle. He is also a member of the TLC Discord server. if you are not a part of the TLC Discord server, here is the link for the Discord server, and you can join in on all the chaos that goes on. But for tonight, things are really getting interesting in this game. I'm really curious to where Chapter 5 goes. But, yeah, you all have an absolutely wonderful night. I will do the same. And, I'll see you next time, probably tomorrow. I don't know. I can't make promises because I said I was going to stream yesterday and I didn't. So, but I'll try for tomorrow. So, again, have a wonderful night. I'll catch you all possibly tomorrow. Bye.